What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another unboxing. Oh man, this one's going to be a fun one. I had this one delivered today from the United Kingdom. This is the same seller that sold me my Guerra Stellare Darth Vader with the transition tray, as well as my US carded Luke X-Wing transition tray. And I finally scraped together enough funds after selling a few items on eBay to make him what I thought was a fairly lowball offer for another Power of the Force 2 figure, and it arrived today. And it is taped tighter than a Minot to a power cable. So I'm going to have to unbox this thing off camera and bring it back here in a second. And I have no idea where I was going with that analogy. That doesn't make any sense at all. Hold on one second. And we are back. Well, I gotta tell you, I think every time I buy something from this guy in the UK, he boxes it more and more tightly and more crazily just to see how long it'll take me to unbox it. That thing was double boxed, and I mean it was box tight. So it did make it here safely, so I appreciate him doing that. You would not believe how badly some sellers on eBay package expensive items. I mean, I've had some items just arrive that I'm amazed that they got there in one piece just by how poorly they've been wrapped. But anyway, that's another complaint for another time. But here we are. This is a beautiful piece that I just picked up for a very good price. And you know, like I said, he's had this thing listed for a couple of months now, at least, maybe 3 months. And nobody put an offer in on it. And he finally reduced the price, as well as made a make an offer option for it. And I gave him a fair, but I thought a pretty low offer, much lower than where they've been selling. And he took it. So I was pretty. And I think, honestly, part of it was the fact that I bought 3 other figures from him. I mean, I bought these 2 that you see here on each side of the Luke, as well as a THX Boba Fett. So I think maybe he just felt sorry for me and decided to give me a deal on it. But it's a very fair deal. But you know, here we are with a Tri-Logo Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker in his farm boy outfit. And this is the transition tray packaging. I've covered this a lot in my other videos, but all 3 of these are the transition trays. And we'll go over that. For those of you who haven't seen my other videos, we'll go over that here in a second. But it's just an awesome piece. There's 5 figures total that have this transition tray lightsaber. And I've got 3 of them now. The 4th being the Luke in his Dagobah training gear. And then the 5th that I'll probably never have, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is very rare and very expensive. But nevertheless, this is a really nice one here. And so let's take a closer look at it. As you can see, it's got the Tri-Logo up at the top for the European release. And here is Luke. Hey, Prince Adam, He-Man just called. He wants his alternate outfit back. I mean, does he not look like He-Man or what? I mean, that is the most ridiculous Luke Skywalker I've ever seen in my life. Never mind the ghostly kind of like ghoulish eyes he's got there. But anyway, the transition traber, for those of you who haven't looked at my other videos, the original lightsaber that came with these Power of the Force 2 figures was much too long, as you can see in the original tray. So they Kenner/Hasbro decided to cut it down to a more manageable size. But for a brief time there, they had this tray for the insert that held the lightsaber in as they transitioned from the longer saber to the shorter saber. So that's what the transition tray means. They were only available for a little time, for a brief time, while Kenner/Hasbro worked their way through the inventory of the bubbles that had these that were made for these lightsabers. And then once they finished up using all of that supply, then they moved over to a new tray that held the smaller lightsaber. So this is some kind of blaster with a grappling hook. I'm not sure why. It looks more like a toilet bowl or a toilet clog, unclogger to me. Some kind of like Roto-Rooter snake, if you ask me. And then we have Luke. We've talked about this as well, but as you can see, he's got the super buff chest. Dude has been hitting the bench press at the gym. Dude, don't skip leg days either. And you can tell he hasn't. I mean, look at those legs. His legs are toned and fit. Man, What I wouldn't kill, I would kill somebody to have that torso. Oh! But here's Luke, the photo of Luke with a grappling hook, blaster, and lightsaber. And you can see the other different languages there. But yeah, this transition tray, Luke, is one of the harder ones to get of all five of the transition figures. And it's by many considered to be a modern holy grail. So very happy to have it in my collection. And let's take a look at the grading. It's a 1995 Kenner Europe Star Wars Power of the Force 2 red Tri-Logo. Luke Skywalker in the transition tray. Transition tray. I can't say transition tray. I just can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, this is an 85 Near Mint Plus. The card and the bubble both got 85s, and the figure got a 90. So it's a very nice high grade. There's plenty of 90s. I'm sure there's some 95s out there, but I bided my time as long as I could, and I got a very fair deal on this, and I couldn't resist it anymore. So I had to go ahead and add it to my collection. But dude, that just does not look like Luke. Luke has got some serious neck issues there. I mean, come on. Girls don't find that attractive, Luke. All right? Girls are not attracted to these overly muscled kind of necks and chests. I mean, maybe some women are, but I mean, good Lord, dude. Take a break from the gym. Let's take a look at the back of the card. There is the kind of file card or information in the 5 different languages. Let's see. It looks like we got some French going on. We got some German. We got some Spanish, and I think it's Dutch is the last language. So, and then here's the original. I believe the original 8 that came out with this Power of the Force 2 line, and you can see all the different languages again there. So, made in China. So it's a great figure. They made this on the U.S. card as well. I don't know if I assume they made this maybe on the Italian card and on the Canadian card. I don't know the answer to that. I've tried to find that online, but it's been spotty at best with the information. But the U.S. card is considered much more desirable than the Tri-Logo, but they're both pretty highly desired. There's no doubt there. The U.S. cards, in good condition, can go for significantly more. Probably double what I paid for this one, but. It looks awfully cool next to the Vader and the Luke and his X-Wing. I've been trying to hold off buying it, but I finally did get it, and I just wanted to share it with you. So, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.